Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video I've had a request from quite a few people on how to do some basic 3D modelling using Fusion 360 by Autodesk, and one of the requests was how to join a chimney to a loco body that someone had made. So let's just quickly draw up. Let's go up here, create sketch. We're going to just select the plane on which to start drawing, which will be this one, and up here you've got line, which is L, and I'm just going to draw a quick chassis so that we're all on the same plane, so to speak. I'm pressing E, which is extrude, and I'm going to just pull this out about 2 mil. New body, yep, we'll have that, thank you. I'm going to press E again. You can go up here. E is for extrude, so you can click extrude. Select the face you want to extrude. So this is just the basics really for Fusion 360. I want to join that to that, yep, yes please. Let's put some wheels on it, shall we? So I'm going to create a sketch, and I'm going to ignore these three. I want to draw a wheel or three on here. So I'm clicking on that face, and I want to draw a circle. And there's various circles there. I didn't realise there were that many, but we want the centre diameter circle, okay? If you drag your mouse across here, you'll notice the icon actually changes when you get to the middle of something. Oh, what's that? Little pyramid. Pyramid of centerness. I think that means delta or something like that. So we're just going to do a 4mm circle. We'll press L from the centre of that circle to about here. So let's go 5mm. Okay, and I'm pressing enter. The reason I've done that is so that I can get these circles equally spaced. So I'm going to press C again, L again from that centre, and I'm going to go 5, enter. I'm going to press C for a circle. I'm going to put 4 and press enter. Press C for circle, click where I want it there, press 4, enter, and there's our 3 wheels on our chassis. This is just a visual representation at the minute. Okay, so that's what we've got at the minute. We're going to finish our sketch, and I want to extrude these out so they look a bit like wheels. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can drag them, click and drag, or you can type whatever size you want. I want to join them, so we're going to join them. And there's half of a chassis. Okay. The reason I've done that is because what you can do is go up to create, click on mirror, click your body. You can click other things, or click body, select that body. I'm just left clicking on stuff. The mirror plane, so I want to select this face so that it mirrors what we've just drawn on it, and when it produces this, because you see it's like a wireframe at the minute, when it makes it, it will join it to the existing one. So we'll click OK. There we go. We've got a very, very intricately detailed chassis. Amazing. So I got asked how to join a chimney to a tank on this guy's loco body, and it was quite hard to explain with words. So I'm going to press C, and we're just going to draw on this face a tank. C is for circle, don't forget. Let's not make it that big. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's go for that, okay? I'm going to press E because I want to extrude this whole thing. And I'm going to actually... let's just deselect. You can go over here, press the X, and it will deselect everything. Click that and that. Yep, everything's selected. I'm going to click and pull that out. So this will be our tank for our tank engine. I'm going to join that to the chassis. Okay, let's do that. And then let's extrude it again, and we'll pull it back. Not all the way though, we're going to put it there, I think. But it's red, so if I say OK, that's going to cut all that stuff out. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is join it. So I'm going to join. Okay, that looks good. And then whilst we have all this, this is all as one. You can tell because we've only got one body. Okay. So I'll deselect that. I'm going to turn this into a shell so we can make our tank hollow. So up here is shell, under modify, shell is in there. I'm going to click on our body. Well, if I click on the model, it will select individual parts of it. I don't really want to do that. So over here, I'll click on the body. I want to make this whole thing shelled out. So you can use this arrow, but I'm going to guess something like 0.5 of a mil it might cut. So that means the wall thickness on everything will be 0.5 of a mil. Okay, and it's done it. You're not going to see that just yet, but you will do once I do this. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to cut up the back of this out a bit. So I'm pressing C for circle. I'm going to click on this back bit here. If you hover around the centre, we've got a little circle. So that is putting a circle on the back of that face in quite a nice area. I'm just going to do that, finish the sketch. I'm going to press E for extrude, click on that bit and then cut it out. It's cutting it. Okay, and you can see there our model's hollowed out. Okay, that is cool. But that's still not answering the question, how do we join a chimney to our now loco? So let's draw a chimney. Let's go on here. I'm going to draw a line on this face so we can get up the top here. So I don't know, there we go. And I'm going to draw a square. I find this is just so much quicker doing it this way than another way. I'm pressing E for extrude. I'm going to extrude that way. New body, yes please. There we go, we've got a box up there. Well, that's not a chimney yet, is it? I'm pressing C, and I'm going to click on that face on the top. So, on here, we can make our little chimney. And then we can press extrude, and we want to extrude that. You'll find yourself extruding a lot of things, or at least I do. Join. We don't want to join that. You can do... but we're going to put a new body there, okay? And I'm going to click OK. Now, we've got 1, 2, 3 bodies now. So this bit here is body 2. I can hide that. So there's our chimney, there's our body. What we want to do, like let's say you've made this chimney. I'm going to select that. Here's a good point for you. If you're moving your chimney, well, you can see there that these arrows aren't square. Now that can cause an issue if you move it and it's not square to the model to try and get it back. There are ways and means to do it properly, but in short, if you have that and you want those arrows like at 90 degrees perfect all the time, on here, move copy, I find that if you go onto point to point, which is how you'd kind of like orientate this part to another part, but don't do that, just go back to free move, and those arrows have squared themselves up. Makes it so like that little hack there just makes your life so much easier. So I'm just going to click and drag it down, and you'll see that the chimney there's gone into the tank. See it inside there, but it's not joined and it won't join yet, so we'll move it there. Okay, that's where we want it. I'm going to combine that to that, and we're going to click OK. We've still got an issue though inside where there's part of the chimney. Now this can be an issue if you can leave it like that, no one's going to see it, but it can be a bit of a bugger when you're trying to print it because it's levitating sometimes. So what I would do to get rid of this is simply, you can click on that face if it's a flat face and extrude it. Let's just orientate this up. There's an arrow there, you can click and drag it up so it cuts it. Okay, let's cut that, and it's gone perfectly round again. Now the other way to do this would be, if that edge wasn't flat, you can click on a face, or press C for circle, I would find. Click on this face, draw a new circle, and you could basically run a new circle down the barrel to clean it out, and it will cut it out. Okay, so we'll cancel that. We don't need to do that. Get rid of that. But yeah, that's how I would do that. Now, the chap in question that had the question, he had a very nicely shaped chimney. So I would get your basic shapes done dimensionally accurate, and then do your radiuses, your fillets afterwards. Fillets are a tricky one because they like to be not undone. They're very hard to undo once you've done them. So anyway, I'm going to press F, which for all intents and purposes is fillet, okay? And I'm going to select that edge there, and I'm going to guess 1 mil. It's a bit too much. So let's go 0.5, 0.3, oh, 0.3, okay, that looks okay. Okay, that's great. We've got a nice little radius to our chimney. What I do want to show you though is another little trick. So this whole lot now should be one body. We want to separate the tank a minute. So what we're going to do is split the body, which is this guy, and our splitting tool is actually going to be this cylinder here. So if we just hover the mouse over it, it kind of highlights it, and then this red thing is what it's going to cut. So okay, we'll have that. It's failed doing it. Dang, that sucks. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes sometimes. But all is not lost. What you can do, if this happens to you, if you want to move, you can select that said body, create a copy, okay, and your copy is overlaid the existing model, so you can click and drag it out. Okay, we'll have that. What I'm going to do, this isn't great, I wouldn't, this is what can make things run on a bit. I'm just going to get rid of that. Let's cut that off. And then we're going to get rid of these guys. Extrude those away. Gone. I want some banding on this tank, okay? So, banding, well, it's a tricky one. So, let's imagine there's our chimney. And the easiest way probably to do this is to go upside on the chimney. I think if we go to our original model on here, look, let's go to our original model. I'm going to draw some lines out here, and got to be quite careful. I'm going to press escape to get off the line. Now I'm not going to click on these lines, I'm just going to hover the mouse so the line is not connected. Press escape, L for line. Do the same thing here. I'm essentially creating two datums, two lines for a cut path to happen. So those two blue lines, if we go up to split body now, which is probably going to be in here for you. I've got a shortcut to it because I use it all the time. In fact, these icons up here are what I use a lot, and I use shortcuts on the keyboard. Body to split, well, we're going to use the original body. I was going to show you on the donor one that we just copied. Make sure it's blue. Splitting tools, what are we going to cut with? Well, we're going to cut with those two lines that we just made, and that one there, and we're going to go okay. Okay, right, so what that's done is it's cut our model how we want it. I'm going to just see now, so that piece just there, can we split that cylinder? Yes, we can. Okay, let me just show you that again. So split body, and we want to split that circular bit there. So if we hover the mouse on it, it looks like, fingers crossed, it's cut it. And to prove it has cut it and why this is important, if I press M, which is move, and I'll click on that cylinder, it's separate now, which is fantastic. That's what we want, and I'll show you why. Okay, cancel that. Now, let's say your chimney, because I know the front of some tanks bulbous out a little bit. They're at a different offset to the rest of the tank, and this is how you would do banding down your tank. You cut it, and then what you do is you offset that face like that. So we're going to have 0.25, something like that, and I'm going to go, okay, we'll have that. Okay, hopefully this is making a bit of sense. There's something weird going on here. Now my suspicion is we've offset that face, it had a radius on it, so let's go to combine and just make sure that, which it was unjoined unfortunately, is now joined to that. Okay, let's okay that, they're joined. And in actual fact, this isn't ideal. This is something you want to avoid, because there we've got a nice line and then it splits off in two. This will cause you issues later on. So I'm going to press Control and Z and go back to when we didn't offset this. Now you remember when I split the body and we cut this away from everything pretty much. Well, I'm going to combine that with that. So both of the blue bits are now going to join, okay? Now we're going to try and offset this face. Offset that face. But we only want to go like 0.2. Okay, let's do that. Much better, you see. And you can just keep playing around with it. So before we've got different bodies going on here now. So let's go up here and we'll combine that bit back with that bit, back with the bottom bit, and let's just join those. We've got our little front bit here as well. We'll join that one there. Hopefully that's answered a few questions. It is very easy to kind of just learn the basics like I have there, and you can pretty much make anything. You might find yourself wanting to import a picture to draw from, but I do hope that's answered a few questions for some people. But yeah, it's cut, extrude, cut and paste, copy, rotate this, do that, and then you'll end up with a really nice model. Just take your time with it. If there's anything you specifically want to see with Fusion 360, just give me a shout. I think I've kind of shown a bit of it all. Take your chimney here, for example, right? If you want to make this come out and then go back in, you can like extrude that up, I don't know, 0.5 mil, but we're not going to join that, we're going to make it a new body. Okay, let's have that. So then you can offset that face and so I have that little lip on the top. Okay, let's have that. But don't forget, you need to combine that body to that body again and go, okay, I'll have that. Press F for fillet, which is that guy there. And then you go, let's have a bit of that, let's have a bit of that, and we're going to make that 0.2. Wow, that's cool, that's nice and round. Okay, let's have that. That looks neat. And then, oh, we want a hole through the middle, so C, let's click on that. C is circle. And we're going to make it hollow. Okay, let's have that. E for extrude, boom. Let's cut that down. It's gone red, so that means it's going to cut. If we move the model around, you can see it's going to cut inside there. We're going to cut. Yep, cool. And it's cut. You've got a nice little chimney. I really hope this is helping. But the way the world's going, 3D modelling is definitely the way to... It's a good thing to be mucking around with. The software for us guys to muck around with is free to play around with. There's other things like Blender as well. If you want a tutorial on that, good luck, because I'm still learning. But Fusion 360, great, absolutely great bit of software. Yeah, if you want to see anything else in the future, just give me a shout. And fear not, my fellow subscribers, videos will be continuing shortly, imminently. as per usual. I've been very busy off camera, and you'll see a lot of things in the future. I'm definitely not run out of video content, so do not worry there. But I shall see you in the next video. I'm sure it'll be train related. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.